Hey bestie, I wanted to make a little series of yoga videos for you so that even though we've got lots of space away from each other and you can't come to my classes anymore, you would still be able to attend them virtually, and we could still see each other every week if you're practicing every week, which I know you are because you're so consistent. And yeah, let's get this started. Today's class is going to be a really nice, juicy heart opener. I actually taught this one last week and I just loved it so much that I wanted to share it with you as well. So we're going to start in Tadasana. I've got my notebook here, which keeps floating open, so I might have to actually, oh, I know, I'll grab a little stick. This is actually quite a big stick and it's a little bit wet. That's fine. I'll grab a stick to hold it open. Like that. Perfect. A little bit like this, because I always need to have my notebook with me when doing my practices because I have ADHD and I get so distracted. And sometimes I get so into the flow that I kind of forget almost everything we've done on the other side. So my notebook helps ground me. So if someone tells you that you can't use a notebook if you're teaching or practicing, that is bullshit. Okay, let's get started. We're going to start in Tadasana and just work on a really nice heart opener. So before we start, let's just make sure we're grounding down in the feet, taking our feet into hips distance, opening the chest. I hope that on the audio you can actually hear the sound of the waves because it's such a lovely day here in Scotland, but don't let that deceive you. It is absolutely freezing. Inhale, let's lift the arms up. And then exhale, bend the elbows, take them back behind the neck, and lift the chest up towards the sky or the ceiling. So pushing the hands into the head or away from the head and pushing the head into the hands. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the elbows towards the ears. Inhale again. Exhale, slowly release, reach the arms up, and let's just fold forward. Grabbing opposite elbows, just allowing yourself to hang here in this forward fold. You can start to bend one knee and the other. Bend one knee and the other. Straighten. Allow the head to go heavy. Inhale here. Exhale. Release. Slowly rounding the spine, chin into the chest, come all the way up. Inhale, let's reach the arms up again. Exhale, grab opposite elbow here. And then again, lifting the heart up, lifting the chest up. And now pushing the hips forward. So really opening up into the chest. Big deep breath here. Exhale, hold. That's okay. Inhale here. Exhale. There's a dog just coming to say hello. Inhale and exhale. Release. And again, we're just going to now lead with the elbows and forward fold again. Shake the head yes. Shake the head no. This is actually the first time I've ever filmed on the beach as well. So hopefully this comes out really nice and focused. Inhale. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again. Let's inhale one more time, rising up. Reach the arms up nice and wide. Reach the hands up as well. Grab a hold of the palms, taking the palms together. Push the hips forward. Look back, arching the spine. And exhale again. Forward fold, rounding the spine. You can let the arms hang. You can take the fingertips down, take the palms down, whatever feels okay. The wind is kicking up today. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's plant the hands, step back into your plank position. Adding a little bit more strength here to our practice. Push into the palms, take the belly button in, curving out the spine, pulling the hands towards the ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Let's slowly push back. drop the knees down into a child's pose, sitting the hips back and dropping the head down. I'm going to keep my head up just so my mouth doesn't eat the mic. But dropping the head down, lifting up into the elbows, making this a little bit more of an active child's pose. Big deep breath here. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, bringing the chest with you as you move from your child's pose, tucking the toes back, lifting up into your plank and tiptoeing here into your ragdoll pose, folding forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, sit the hips down. We're going to move into chair pose, sitting the hips all the way down, tucking the tailbone so we're not overarching into the spine. So bringing that tailbone down. You can have the feet slightly apart or toes to touch, heels apart. Inhale here, lift up into the arms. Now, if your arms don't feel okay this way, you can bring your arms back behind your back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift up onto the tippy toes. Pause here. Inhale. And exhale. Heels come down. Fold forward. Find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Plant the hands. Step back into your plank pose. One breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Sit back into your child's pose. Keep the elbows lifted off the mat. Big inhale here. And then with your exhale, come forward back into your plank. Tiptoe the feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise the arms up nice and wide. Looking up towards the sky, arching the back, pushing the hips forward. And exhale, sit back down into your chair pose, taking your variation of chair pose. Pause here, inhale. Tailbone tucks under, draw the belly in, hollow out the spine. Inhale, lift up into your tippy toes. One breath here. Exhale, come back down, fold forward, heels coming down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into your plank. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, knees come down. Take the chest down as well, hips are lifted. And then come all the way down. We're going to lift up for baby cobra. So keeping the crown of the head lifting forward, push down into the tops of the feet, and start to hover the hands above your mat. Inhale here. Pause. Push down into the hip points. Push down into the tops of the feet. Lift up even more. That's a cute dog. And exhale. Come back down. Let's lift up. Push back into your child's pose. Sitting back into your mat. Let's suck the toes. Lifting up. Oh my God, he's so cute. Push back. Let's take a downward facing dog. So feet, hips distance, arms, shoulders width. Drop your chest down towards the hips, towards the thighs. Elongating the arms, pushing into the palms so the arms are nice and long, and then dropping the chest down towards the back of the mat even more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Take the gaze towards the navel or in between the knees. And then with your next exhale, we're bending into the knees, looking forward, step up or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, coming into our first sun salutation. Hands into the chest, pause. Let's create some heat in our body, heat creating presence within us, sharpening the mind, sharpening our focus, bringing some fire into our willpower. Inhale here, reach the arms up, push the hips forward, arch the spine, looking towards the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, right foot steps back, knee down, top of the foot down, fingertips down, look forward. Inhale. Step back, plank, hold the breath. Then with your exhale, knees, chest, and chin down, Ashtanga. Then roll with the hips first, lifting up into the spine, coming up into Cobra. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, right foot steps forward, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Then with your exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise the arms up, looking up towards the hands, pushing the hips forward, arching the spine. Then exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step back, plank, hold. Then knees, chest, and chin down, Ashtanga. Inhale, coming up for Cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, step the left foot forward, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Then step forward, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, arch into the spine, look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot steps back, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step back, plank, hold. Knees, chest, and chin down, Ashtanga. Inhale, lifting up into Cobra. Exhale, pushing back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step forward, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, rising up, push the hips forward, arch the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step back, plank, hold. Knees, chest, and chin down, Ashtanga. Inhale, coming up for Cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step forward, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Last one. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right foot steps back, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step back, plank hold. Knees, chest, and chin down, Ashtanga. Inhale, rising up, Bhujangasana. Push back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rising up. Arch the spine, feel the heat in the body. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back. Inhale, knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Step back, plank, hold. Knees, chest, and chin down. Ashtanga. Inhale, rising up. Bhujangasana. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Knee down, top of the foot down, look forward. Then exhale, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise the arms up. Then exhale, hands into the chest. Let's take Tadasana. Feet hips distance, palms facing forward. Take a second to feel the heat that we create in our body. Feel the presence, acknowledge how the heat creates the presence within us. When we are working hard, we have this larger ability to actually step out of the thinking mind and come into the present body. So be grateful for the heat that we can create. Inhale, let's take our hands into our chest. Then exhale, bend into the knees, lifting up, back into your chair pose, tuck the tailbone under, looking up, big breath here. Exhale, inhale, let's lift up into our tippy toes. Then exhale, fold forward again. Step back into your plank pose. Either take your knees down for chaturanga or keep them lifted, bending the elbows, keeping them in. Inhale for upward facing dog. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Lift that right leg up, three-legged dog. Then with your exhale, take your knee towards your right elbow. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, take it towards the left elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, take it towards the middle. Inhale. And exhale, step it all the way through into your runner's lunge. Fingertips on the mat, looking forward. Untuck the back toes. Reach the chest up. Big deep breath here, stretching into the front of hips, your hip flexors here. Then exhale, left hand comes down. We're gonna take an easy twist. So left hand comes down. We're gonna open up into the right arm. Breathing here. Full deep inhale. Push into the back foot, lift the hip up. And exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, twist the chest up towards the sky or ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Let's slowly begin to come down, lifting up here. Now, if it feels okay, we can just reach back, deepening the twist, or we can reach back for the foot, coming into a quad stretch as well. Pausing here. So if you have a hold of the foot, we can literally pull the foot in, resist away from each other, and then grab it in a little bit more. Hold here. Now, if you don't have the foot, you can even just create the shape without holding the foot. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. 1 more. Exhale. Slowly release that leg. We're going to place the hands down, lift up into our step back into our plank position. Hold. Then bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Come all the way down into either. We're going to keep the hips down and we're going to take a twist, or we're going to lift all the way up into our up dog. So cobra, we can twist here or lift up and we twist. Inhale. Exhale. Lift the chest up. Inhale. Exhale. Coming back down. Pause here. Push back into your child's pose. Big deep breath here. Inhale, let's come forward into our plank. Bend the elbows, chaturanga. Come all the way down. Inhale, coming back up into either your cobra or your up dog twist. Rolling over to the side. Inhale. Exhale, looking over that shoulder, pushing into the palms. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your next exhale, come back down. Push into the palms, all the way back into our child's pose. Allow this to be a place to reset the spine, as well as just giving a little bit of a counter stretch to all those heart openers we're doing today. Lots of child's pose in our practice. Inhale here. Let's lift up, moving onto the other side. I'm just going to give my mat a little bit of a brush. There's so much sand on here. So let's come into our downward facing dog. Better. Downward facing dog. Lift up into the left leg, other side. Bend into the knee. Actually keep the leg straight. Inhale here. We're bending the knee into the chest, over to the left elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, take it over to the right elbow. Inhale, knee into the chest, push into the palms. Exhale. Inhale, 3-legged dog. And exhale, take it in the middle. Inhale here. Exhale. Then inhale, step it all the way through into your runner's lunge. Fingertips on the ground, and Vinyasa. Low lunge. Big breath here, lifting the chest, pushing the fingertips up, onto the mat, feeling that stretch into the front of hip flexors here. Inhale, exhale. Then inhale, put the right palm down, moving into that easy twist, lifting up into the back knee, opening up into the chest. Inhale here, exhale, twist the chest up towards the sky. Inhale, the back knee can be down as well if needed. Exhale, hold. Inhale, Ujjayi breaths. Exhale, knee comes down. Maybe coming into that twist, we can either just reach the arm back or we can bend the knee, reaching for that foot, coming into a nice quad stretch. If you would like, you resist the legs away from each other. And then exhale, bend the elbow, pull it in. Hold here, inhale. Exhale, bring the chest up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last breath. Exhale. Slowly begin to release. Place the hands down. We're going to move back into your plank here. Big deep breath here. And then bend the elbows. Chaturanga. Come all the way down. Take the elbows really nice and wide. Open up into the chest. Open up into the legs as well. And we're going to take the elbows into a nice little L-shaped position. Actually a little bit wider than your mat as well. And as we inhale, we're going to open up into our cobra pose, lifting the chest up high. Inhale here. Exhale. Now, if this doesn't feel good, you can just take a cobra pose or a sphinx pose, rolling the shoulders back. Remember, we accommodate the pose. We accommodate our body to the pose, not the other way around, so we make sure that we protect our body. Inhale. And then exhale. Come back down. Let's plant the hands. Shake out the hips here. And push back. Come into child's pose. Just to counterbalance. Okay, cool. Nice. 23 minutes. Inhale in your child's pose. Exhale, we're going to start to roll forward and come into another downward facing dog. Coming into a little bit of an arm balance. So we're going to lift up into our three-legged dog. Pause here. Shorten the stance a little bit. And then we're going to spin our heel, our back heel, our left heel, back 45 degrees. Lift up into our left fingertips off the mat. And then reach that left arm back and behind us. Pushing into the right palm, really nice, strong. Dropping the chest down. Don't worry if you wobble, because I definitely always do. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe, if it works for you, you can reach back for that foot. And then, maybe, you got to take like the opposite grasp of the foot. Today, maybe it's not working for me. Reach for the foot. And maybe not, actually. So we stay in three-legged dog. Hold here. And exhale. We're going to step that foot all the way through, placing the other foot down into a low lunge side stretch. Taking both sides here. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Come out of this stretch slightly. Place the left hand down. Let's start with the left hand. And we're going to stretch it across and over. Inhale, open the chest towards the sky. Exhale, maybe deepen that stretch, bringing the arm over and across. You can straighten the arm as well so that you can get a nice deep stretch into the side bit of your shoulder. Inhale, exhale, coming out, back into center, readjust. Inhale, reach the arms up. Then exhale, right hand comes down, open the chest, take it over and across, looking again up towards the sky. Notice how one side feels than the other. This side for me definitely needs it. Inhale, exhale, you can untuck the toes as well. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Then exhale. Come out of your side stretch. Let's move into half splits. Pushing the hips back, elongating the front leg, and starting to dip the chest down. So here, let's actually straighten the front foot. Push the toes down. Nice stretch into the front ankle. Lifting the chest here and coming down. Full deep inhale. Exhale. Maybe we can fold a little bit deeper. We can walk the hands forward, actively pulling the right hip back, sending the left hip forward. So we're just stretching in the front of our ankle as well as the front of the calf, or actually the shin, sorry. Inhale. Exhale, maybe you can fold deeper. Inhale here. And exhale. Lifting up here. Let's bring our knee back into that lunge position and start to lift up into a high lunge. Bring the arms over the head. So hovering the belly, the chest, over the thigh. Make sure you're bending into the thigh, but actively pulling the right hip back, sending the left hip forward, extending with that back foot, looking towards the thumbs. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Plant the hands. Option to come into three-legged plank. Pushing that leg back. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Come back into your plank, drop the knees, drop the chest, and keeping that right leg bent. Open up into your left arm, and we're going to roll over using this arm back behind you, over onto the side, and step that right leg back behind you. If it feels okay, you can interlace your right arm behind your back, finding that arm and being here. But make sure this knee, your right knee, is really opening up. For me, placing the hand onto the mat feels a little bit better. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Inhale, deep shoulder opening. Exhale, I'll need this for later. Inhale, come back into center. Roll over onto your belly. With that right knee bend, we're going to extend into this left arm, reach back into the right foot with our right arm and grab a hold of the leg. And we're going to come into a one-legged bow pose. If this doesn't work for you, you can just take normal bow pose. So grabbing a hold of the foot. On our next inhale, we lift up, and exhale, we hold. Inhale here. Exhale, squeeze the knee in, lift up, push into the hips, lift up into the chest. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, one more breath, and exhale, come back down. Pause for a moment, shake out into the hips, side to side. Plant the hands, push back into child's pose. Ooh. I really hope I'm not like heaving and hawing in this as well. You'll absolutely love that, Jabeth. Be like, I made something really nice for you. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come up. Take a pause. And let's find our downward facing dog again. Lifting up into the back feet, pushing back in your downward facing dog. We're going to move into the other side. So come into your three-legged down dog. I'm just going to get some sand off my mat for balance. Left leg this time. Left leg lifts up. Pause here. We can just stay as we are, or we can spin that heel 45 degrees inwards. Shorten your stance. Come into your fingertips of your right foot and come into two-legged dog. Breathing here. Inhale. Pause. Exhale, hold, drop the chest down. Ooh, challenges your balance. Inhale, exhale. Now, if it feels okay, you can bend, reach for the foot. Maybe it's gonna work on this side. And, reach for that foot. And, okay, find something to focus on. Lifting up here. Inhale, exhale, Inhale. And exhale, release. Jesus Christ, why am I doing this to myself? Bring the knee in. Step it all the way through. Gonna move into a low lunge again. Breathing here. Inhale. Then exhale, come out slightly. We're finding that side stretch. Right hand down first. Reach the left arm up and across and over. Inhale. Open the chest towards the sky. Exhale. Stretch the arm over the ear. Straighten the elbow and the arm. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Come back up. Let's just move into the other side. Drop the left arm down. Reach the right arm over and across. Ooh, that feels nice. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, pause. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back into center. Let's move into our half split. Starting to sit the hips forward, or sit the hips back. Pull the leg back. And drop the chest down. Let's straighten the front foot so the whole foot is on the ground. It's going to be a big stretch into the front of heel as well as the shin. Inhale, we can pause, or we can bring our fingertips on the ground. Inhale here. Exhale. Maybe you go down further. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Start to come up. Placing the hands down, lifting back up into a high lunge. Bringing the chest over the thigh, reaching the arms forward, really pushing into the back leg, lifting so you're hovering over the thighs and extending with the back foot. Look towards the thumbs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Hands come down into potentially your three-legged plank. Lifting the back leg, reaching the chest forward, big deep breath, and then chaturanga. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, push back into your down dog. Inhale, coming forward, drop the knees, come all the way down, bending that left leg. In your stretch, we're opening up to the right side this time. So right arm extends, opens up, rolling over, and we're stepping that left leg back this time, propping ourselves up with the fingertips. And again, you can take that interlace behind you if that feels okay. For me, I like to focus on keeping this hand down. Feels better on my spine. You can drop the head down, and also focusing on opening up into this hip. The more weight you put on that shoulder, the more you're going to feel this. So if it feels like too much, just come out of it slightly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly come down. Bending still into that left leg. Pause here for a moment. Coming into that half bow pose. So we're reaching back with our left leg, our left arm, bending into our left leg. Arm comes forward. Find your variation. Inhale, lift up. Inhale here. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift up a little higher. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And exhale, come back down. Pause here. Pushing back, shaking the hips. Let's push back into child's pose. Sitting back into the hips. Pause for a moment. Find rest. Inhale. Then with your next exhale, oh, there's a little spider. Hello. Let's put you in the sand so you don't get crushed, sir. Look, you can't come this way. Okay. Let's come forward and move into our bending the elbows, dropping the chest down, and keeping the hips lifted. Completely optional. You can stay here, or if it feels okay with our chin down, we can lift up into the feet, into the knees. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last breath. And exhale. Drop the knees down, push up. Come back into seated rest. Flip the palms. So the palms are facing open, bending the knees, looking forward. Let's just take a second. Feeling exactly what heart openers do in the chest, in the heart chakra. We're opening the heart chakra right now. So making sure our thoughts are filled with kindness, compassion, and joy for our practice. Find joy in your practice. It doesn't need to be so serious. It doesn't matter if we don't get a pose, fall out of it, have a giggle, try again another time. Inhale, let's come forward into our pause. So in our plank pose, big deep breath here. Let's inhale, step the right leg forward. Let's take our hands back behind us. We're going to come into a high lunge interlace. So opening the chest, pausing here, bending enough into the knee, pulling the right hip back, sending the left hip forward, and making sure we're really extending with the back leg, as well as trying to get the heel in line with the ball of the foot. Open the chest. If it doesn't feel okay, you can grab opposite elbow as well. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, come forward. Maybe keep the hands as they are. We're moving into warrior three, or place them onto the waist as we lift up into the back foot. Hover the chest over the front of the leg, dropping that left hip down. Nice line that we're creating here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stabilize the foot. Don't worry if you fall out. Exhale, find something to focus on. Inhale, exhale, feed that leg forward, into the chest. Interlace the hands, bring it up into the chest. Inhale here. Exhale, point the toes. Inhale, exhale, almost fell. Inhale, release. Exhale, keep the leg as they are. One last breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's prepare for dancer's pose. So grabbing a hold of the back foot, taking the outer grip, so gripping on the inside of the foot. And we're going to slowly, leading with the chest, keeping the hip points pointing forward, reaching this arm forward and dropping the chest down, reaching the back leg up. Now the wind is so windy. The wind is winding, so I find it so hard to balance, but we're here together. If we fall out, we come back in. Inhale here, lift that back leg, push into the hand, dropping the hip down, dropping the shoulder down. Exhale, one more breath. Inhale, exhale, slowly release the foot. Holy shit, my calf is on fire. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the chest up. Plant the hands, step back into your plank pose. Bend the elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward with your next inhale. Let's lift all the way up, finding the interlace, but with the opposite pinky on the inside. Inhale here, or grabbing the opposite elbow. Exhale, we hold, bending into the leg, lifting the chest up. Inhale. Exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, hold, open up the chest. Inhale. Exhale, moving into our warrior three. Other side, lifting up into the back foot, Let me just step back slightly, lifting up into the back foot, opening up and pointing the toes or flexing the feet for stability, dropping that hip down, crown of the head reaches. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's slowly begin to bring the knee into the chest, interlace the hands, and pause here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release the knee, but keep it up. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, bring the knee back behind you. Reach for the foot. If you're doing this posture or we're staying with the quad stretch, little bend. And we're moving into our dancer's pose. So taking the inside clasp of the foot, reaching the left arm forward and tilting back. We kick back into the leg. That's going to help keep our hips level as we drop the chest down and arching the spine as well. Lifting up into the back foot. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Don't you dare fall. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, slowly come out. Holy crap. The back of my legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands into the chest. Let's slowly just step back into our seated knees and just take a pause. We're going to come to a really big posture. So there's a couple different options that we can do. If you've had enough, you can come into your child's pose. You can even skip to the cooling down part. If you want a little bit more, we're going to take that just now. Inhale, deep cleansing breath in through the nose. Open your mouth side out. Let's come forward into our first position, lifting up into our wild thing, or we stay in our three-legged dog. Right leg lifts. We can bend the knee, open up into the hips. I'm going to take a little skip over. Bend the knee, open up to the hips, or we're going to step that foot back into our wild thing. This is our second position. We stretch out the left leg, lift up into the right arm, and lift the hips up, look towards the palm, and we can stay here for 6 breaths. Actually, let's take 2 breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Option 2, ground down into your left foot, stay in your wild thing, and flip all the way over into chakrasana, into our full chakrasana wheel pose. Stay here, another 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last breath, inhale, push into the palms. Exhale, we're flipping the left hand over, stepping wide with our right foot, pushing into the palm, coming back just the way we came into our seated rest. Sitting back. Let's round the spine here, chin to the chest. Inhale, come back up. Flip the palms. Let's take rest. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now, when you're ready, we're going to move to the other side. So placing the palms down, lifting up, and moving into our downward facing dog. And we stay either in our 3-legged dog hip opener, or we can move into our wild thing. We step this foot back, Left foot steps back, stretching into the right leg. Open up into the chest with the left arm. We can even come into the tippy toes here. Inhale. Exhale. Everyone together in Wild Thing. Inhale, or your three-legged dog. Exhale. Inhale. Option to flip all the way into our, hello. Hello. Oh my God. Right, you coming with me? Right with me. Into our chakrasana. It's okay. So lifting up and flip the palms, and we come all the way into our full chakrasana wheel pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then we start to flip the hands, come all the way back, and come into a seated rest, sitting the hips down. It's so cute. I actually love this, being on the beach. Let's take pause, take rest. Inhale, exhale, and let's start to take child's pose. Rounding into the spine, allowing that stretch, that counter pose to happen in the lower back. Let's lift up here. Let me just adjust my mat onto my amazing little yoga board. It's made out of bamboo. Very good for not hurting the wrist when we're on the beach. So let's start to sit down into our posture. Starting to cool down now. Lots and lots of heart openers. Let's take the left leg forward, step the right leg over, and come into a twist. Let me actually turn this way so you can see me, because obviously you miss my face. Let's inhale, lift up, left arm comes over and across. Maybe it hooks, or you can wrap it around the thigh. Opening the palm, inhale, right arm lifts. Exhale, take it back behind you and find your twist. Inhale, stack the spine. Bring the back of the thighs down onto the ground in your left leg. Exhale. Looking over the shoulder if that's okay with your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale here. Exhale. Slowly begin to release. Let's bring this right leg over the thigh, if that feels okay. If it doesn't feel okay, we can bring the foot onto the inside of the leg. If we're here together, we're stacking the knees on top of each other. And another little thing, if you feel like you hyperextend into the leg, you can place a little palm under here so that you don't feel any pressure or unnecessary pressure on the knee. So wherever you are, lifting up here, and exhale, folding forward. Gazing towards the toes, that's our drishti today, here in this posture. Inhale, exhale. Inhale here, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Slowly begin to come out. Let's release and move on to the other side. Woo, big spin. And we'll bring this foot over and across. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Bring it back behind. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Bring it over across. Last big breath. Inhale, stack the spine. Exhale, make sure you're flexing the foot of the grounded leg, the extended leg. Looking over the shoulder and finding with your exhales, you can twist maybe that micro bit more into the stretch. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Slowly come out. Let's stack and find our variation. So maybe you take the knees on top of each other, or you take the foot onto the inside, whatever that variation is. Inhale, we reach. Exhale, folding forward. Again, you can take that little fist under the knee. It feels like a bit too much. Inhale here, looking towards the toes. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale, slowly begin to come up. Release the feet all together. And we can start to come into a nice elongated stretch into Paschimottanasana. So taking the hands first in Dandasana. Inhale. And exhale, reaching the arms up with the exhale, folding forward. Just reaching for as long as feels okay. Just be gentle in your spine. We did lots of heart openers. We're gazing towards the toes, and we're thinking belly to thigh rather than head to knee. We want to make sure that we're not rounding too much into the shoulders. We're bringing the chest through this kind of gate in our arms, and our belly reaches down to our thighs. So maybe that means coming out of the stretch slightly to keep that foundation. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly begin to come out. And I'm lying all the way down onto our backs. The beach is getting so hella busy. But I'm totally not nervous about that at all. I'm more worried about a dog jumping on my face, I think. Last little engagement, totally optional. So if you're not practicing headstand, you can completely skip this. I've not got the best record for doing headstands outside, but I feel like for this practice, doing a headstand is so nice because we've just opened up the spine so much. So we're gonna prepare by bringing the forearms down on the ground. We measure our forearms by grabbing opposite elbows, and that's our measurement. Interlace the hands, open the palms, and our head is going to go into that little nook that we've just created with our hands. So we take our head down, crown of the head down, hold the head, and we lift up on our tippy toes. Want to make sure that we do not kick up. We lift one leg, and we lift another. Knees into the chest, elbows nice and long, our forearms pushing down into the ground, and we lift. Holding here, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Slowly come down. Find your child's pose. Just pause for a moment. You can take the hands back behind you as well. Slowly beginning to come up. Let's end the practice before we come and lying down. Let's practice Nadi Shodhana. Really, really lovely breath work, cooling breath work, where we're essentially doing alternate nostril breathing. So we bring one hand, left hand, into our mudra, place the two fingers here on the forehead, and we're using our thumb to block our right side. And then while we inhale through our left side, then we block both sides, then we exhale through the right side, and inhale again through the right, block both sides, and we alternate between those two. So wherever you're ready, let's prepare, bringing our fingers onto the forehead, blocking let's take a clearing breath here. Inhale, nice and long spine. Exhale, release. Prepare by blocking the right nostril. Inhale in through the right, in through the left. Block both sides. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Block both sides. Exhale out through the left. Inhale through the left. Block both sides. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Block both sides. Exhale out through the left. Inhale in through the left. Block both sides. Exhale out through the right. Inhale in through the right. Block both sides. And exhale, release. Now coming onto our backs, lying all the way down and starting to bring our knees into our chest. Oh my gosh, there's such a cute dog. And just rock from side to side. Whew. Oh my God, that almost happened. I'm not manifesting that dog coming in, jumping on my face. Slowly here. Full deep inhales. Exhales, we can start to release the legs and come into a seated supine, not supine, coming into lying down butterfly pose. So taking the heels together, or the soles of the feet together, pausing for a moment. And just finding our breath. Allowing your body to settle, allowing our body to go heavy. And we can start to release the legs all the way down into our Shavasana. Now with opening up the heart chakra, we must be mindful of the emotions that it might bring and instill within us. So not always does it open and it feels good. Not always when we stimulate the heart chakra do we feel emotions that maybe we would associate with it. Sometimes we can feel anxiety, we can feel anger, we can feel sadness, despair. But if that is something that you are experiencing, babe, just acknowledge it. We acknowledge these feelings and this tension that it brings us. We acknowledge the tension and we thank it. Because without these feelings and this tension that it brings, we wouldn't know to let them go. So right now, practicing with deep breathing, letting go any tension that we find in the body or in the mind. There is nothing other than what's happening right now, in this moment. There is nothing but the present moment. So acknowledge the existence and experiencing your experience that you are having without trying to change. We approach anything we feel, again, with kindness and compassion. And we acknowledge it because I think all of us know how terrible it feels to feel ignored and unacknowledged. So we acknowledge the feelings and experiences that we are having. We acknowledge it. And we create space for it to let go if we want to let go. And we replace it with self-forgiveness, compassion, and ultimately the goal of unconditional love for our body, for our minds. Allow yourself to just relax. And wherever you are, we're going to slowly come up into a comfortable seated position by rolling over onto our right side, using our right arm as a pillow and pausing for a moment. Always remembering to honor our body, honor our practice. Coming into a comfortable seated position, closing down your eyes, bringing your hands into your chest for Anjali Mudra. Ending this practice with 3 cleansing exhales. Wherever you are in your breath, exhale to the very bottom. Inhale to the top. Open your mouth side out. 2 more times, inhale. Open your mouth side out. Last time, inhale, fullest breath. Open your mouth, let it go. I want to thank you so much for practicing with me today. I miss you and I love you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, rest of the week. Maybe you're doing this at night, whatever time you're doing it. You're fabulous. I think you're amazing. And yeah, have a great, great day, whatever time it is. Okay, love you lots.